American Airlines is asking a federal judge to stop the clock on the transfer of key gates at O'Hare International Airport to its chief competitor. A preliminary injunction request filed last week requests the court to halt the Chicago Department of Aviation from awarding 5 additional gates to United Airlines effective this fall. American would lose 4 gates, which will significantly decrease its departures and arrivals, and violates a 2018 deal with the city, the airline said. American sued the city of Chicago for breach of contract in May. The gate redetermination has now entered a critical phase and, absent this court's intervention, will occur on October 1, attorneys said. At that point, it will likely become impossible to undo the damage as this litigation unfolds over time. The Chicago Department of Aviation on May 30 updated its gate allocation at O'Hare, which is based on carriers' historical activity at the airport. American contends the city's calculations fail to consider increased business generated from opening new gates in the L Concourse this spring. The city is supposed to be impartial but instead, placed a massive thumb on the scale in favor of United, American attorneys said. Competition is inherently good for consumers as they stand to benefit from lower fares and better schedules, and for the city of Chicago as it is bolstered by robust air service from 2 hub carriers that makes it a more desirable place to live, conduct business and host major events and conferences, they added. United President Bret Hart previously called the lawsuit meritless. We unequivocally reject Americans' efforts to block the city's process. In fact, we plan to take steps to protect our interests and utilize these new gates to benefit our customers, Hart said in a message to employees. Over the past several years, United has made significant investments in growing our operation, our fleet and our team at O'Hare. Thanks to our fast-growing mainline fleet, we're flying more seats from Chicago than we have in 20 years. Hart also stated that in 2024, United operated 52% of total O'Hare departures but only had 48% of the gates. Chicago officials had no comment on the litigation.